Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Primo F from CZT Ria Matheussen. Oh, this is a nice one. I'm thinking of somebody in particular, Mom, who's going to maybe like this one. It makes me think of that. This might be a great pairing with the Tangle Elegant. Um, that's what I'm thinking. I'll find out if when she looks at it, if that is entered her mind too. It's really a gorgeous and elegant tangle. All right, and you can use it in multiple ways. Hold on one second. Let's see. Yes. Um, in the For More Inspiration link, you will see how Ria has used this as a border tangle. But yeah, you could have a lot of fun with this. She also shows a couple variation ideas. Really, really neat. Okay, now the name comes from the three tangles that this is a. I'm gonna. It's not a tangulation of. It's a mashup. Is really what it is. Um, so we're gonna start off. Well, we've got some activity outside. I have windows open, so it just makes it louder. um, all right. Starts off with printemps. So we're gonna do that over here. And that's gonna go into, and we're gonna. So you're gonna do your nice printemps, and then bring it over into a curve line, which ends up being like Muka. And for Muka, now on my step out, well, Ria's also, do the spiral, come here, and then stops here, well, a little bit before there, to show, okay, and then here's how you do the Muka. But you can really do this all in one stroke, just coming around, and then however big you want this, this end to be, and then, I always say, stop just shy of, making the spiral so that way you have a gap, and then come back along the line, kind of aura-ing it. The challenge with this is if you make it big like this, it's hard to do all of it necessarily in one stroke. So that is a little bit of a challenge. Now, this is we're coming back around the entire spiral. Have it just kind of follow along, but then merge into the first line that we have that's coming off this way. Well, and I bet that you can have it blend in a little bit better, but maybe at the end, because if you take a look at Ria's examples, it is a lot like this whole thing is a lot like Muka, the traditional Muka, not just Muka fronds like this, but the traditional Muka, where it's like an interesting maze, sort of. You're like, wait, where does that line go? Or like an Escher type of drawing. Really, really neat. And this can have that same effect if you merge that in a little nice. So, all right, then the next step is, but there's no mistakes in Zentangle, right? No mistakes. So you just don't worry about it. Okay. Next step over here, we're gonna make they don't quite look like it there, but they could. Actually, it's just gonna be like a curve line. But if you have it kind of coming back on itself, so the F part, so we have PRI for printemps, MO for Muka, and then the F in parentheses is for flux. So like this little step didn't necessarily look like flux, although you could make it look like flux. But so we just do these little curve lines, kind of aura-ing the end of the bulb there, and just bring it up as far as you want it to go, like that. Having it get gradually smaller and smaller. And then from here, and what I'm going to do, because I'm going to use this point, but I'm going to come up off of here for this next step and around like this. this will be the flux. And then I have a new thing right here, right? So I'm going to come off the same way. And you just, fill that in however you wish to do so. I don't know if I want to have one there. Oh, maybe a little one. Oh, yes, like that. And this is basically it. Now, in the variation, you will see. Now, let's see. She doesn't really have this as a step per se, so you could leave this open, or in doing a proper flux. So we have to have the line dot dot. I mean, besides the fact that that's my favorite thing in the whole wide world of Zentangle. It just makes such a difference. Now, and I won't do it here, but in the variation, she has, you can leave this part out, and she has some, flux coming from the underside. And then, in the sample, she has this, and then also flux coming out from the underside. Unless this is your first video that you've watched and you're new to Zentangle, I will tell you, it's just about as much fun as you can have, and your imagination, up to you. It's so much fun. So let's do some shading, and I am going to put graphite around just the outside. So I like to do where lines converge or gather or kind of tuck in, and that's how I see that. Let's bring this out a little bit. Oh, yes. Woo-hoo. Yeah. And then, and I do like to put a little C shape kind of in there. Let's see. And might as well, because these are resting on here. I just shot my pencil. Flying. Oh, I like that. That adds a little bit of depth, and we'll just smudge that a little bit. Yes. And then let's see. I think I like the idea of let's do a little graphite on the spiral, just kind of on this one side. And and by putting the graphite just here, and actually let me make it a little bit darker. So just putting the graphite there, and I was just doing more of a back and forth motion because I want to keep that darkness, because you can kind of see it makes it ripply. Or puffy, whichever way you want to think of it. But because that darkness is right at that edge, it creates a neat effect. Okay, what else can we do? Let's, if I want to have this, let's bring this graphite out a little bit more. I like that. And then I'm just going to use what's left on my tortillon just to give these a little bit of a bend. Oh, and I just had another thought, but I started this already, so we'll see how that works. Okay, I don't want to have graphite remorse, but let me share with you another thing you could do is, and depending on how wide these are, some of these are wide. All right. I'm gonna risk it. I could just do from right here though. Right. And with it more of a back and forth motion or a scooch motion like this, because this seems to make it a little bit thinner, And I'm just being careful because I don't want it to go on. I want it to stay on this one side. I could also grab a newer tortilla. Oh no, but that would be too easy. Oh, see, and that just made these. Um, that just gave that a little bit more dimension, like they're layers. Like this is tucked underneath this one, and that I like it. Ah, how cool! All right, so lots of fun to be had with this one, and like I said, I like the elegant look of it. It's just neat. So thank you, Ria, for creating another wonderful tangle. And if you enjoyed it, please click the like button. And if you have not done so already and would like to, please click the subscribe button. So if you like it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber. Now, in the description section, you will find links to the step outs. I always do my own version and then link to the creator of the Tangle. And below that, ways to connect with me and ways to connect with a bunch of other Tangle addicts. So there's a link for our private Facebook group. So if you happen to be on Facebook and want to come hang out with us, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think that you'll regret it. It's a really fun group, super supportive. It's we all get that it's I mean, finished product is nice, but at the same time we all understand that there's a process and everybody has their own strengths and limitations, and we just embrace what everybody does. So come and join us. Also, I've linked to my Facebook page. So there's where I put events and whatnot. I always add them to the group, but I don't know if you might get a little different notification. I don't know. And maybe you don't want to join the group, so you could just follow me. Also, a link to my website. You can sign up for my blog. Also, while I'm mentioning that, when you go to the For More Inspiration link, that'll take you to Tangle Patterns. Make sure to sign up for Linda's if you just want to immerse yourself in everything tangling. That is a great resource, and then also the Zentangle blog, and she has a link for that also right underneath where you'd sign up for hers. So it's a really, really great resource, and so I highly encourage you to subscribe there too. Let's see. One last thing to mention is that I do classes twice weekly. A lot of them are free, and some are paid. So you'll see that on my website. Tuesdays and Thursdays is when I teach, and I do 2 sessions on each of the days. It's the same content, sometimes some of the same people, because it's just way too much fun. So take a look at that on the website, and of course, if you have any questions, you can contact me through there. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.